All right, welcome to this live session. If you can hear my voice and see my screen, simply give me a message in the live chat window so I will be able to know if my settings are fine. Okay, let's just go straight into the chat. Okay, for the benefit of those joining for the very first time, please, if you are joining in for the very first time, click on the settings tab, move to the video quality and ensure it is set to the 480 pixel. Okay, that's the higher stream quality, so you can get a better stream quality at your end. All right, let's move on to the charts and go through them one after the other again. Quite a pain for most of us. All right, let's just say yes. Thanks, James. Thanks for the feedback. I do appreciate that. Okay, euro against the American dollar. Price is actually bouncing off that area, but this bounce, let's see. It didn't really hit that level. It didn't really hit that level. It just bounced off somewhere there, and that is why I was liking the American dollar against the Swiss franc. Let's see. We're following this, looking to trade the London Open breakout strategy, but it was quite a mess. As you can see, we got a fake breakout right here. There was no breakout pullback continuation pattern in the 15 minutes time frame, so there was no entry for us. Okay, no trade was taken for in the euro against the American dollar. This trend line is quite weak. Don't even think of trading a trend collapse strategy. Let's just readjust our line. Mark this level of resistance. It is an area of resistance. I am sure the euro is about to go into some ranges. This is an area of resistance. So if price hits that level, be ready for some push back down. You will see some bounce off that area. It is possible. Let's take out this. Take out this one as well. Can keep this one here to this low. Okay, give me some few seconds, please. All right, I will explain that. Just give me a few seconds. Let me set something here. please just stand by. I'm almost done. Just give me that. Let me set this up. All right, I am almost done now. Not coming up. Okay, I do apologize for that. The screen should be back on. Let's proceed. All right, you were asking why I was talking about this trend line being weak. Well, that trend line keeps breaking over and over. Let's say that's the beginning of the trend line. It got a little swing right there, got broken. This one here got broken as well. It gave us this one. Let's project here. It got broken as well. Another one here got broken. I hope you can see what I am doing here. Then the final one here again, and it is being broken right now. Okay, so it's not a reliable line. Just remove that. I personally will not trade a trend collapse strategy of that line. Right, so let's take this obvious swing high here. This is a level of it is an area of resistance. Let me take a shape. It is an area of resistance. If price makes a push towards that zone, it's very likely going to find some resistance around that area, and I think this is the price action that might close up for this week. We are likely going to see some range. Range is around this area. That might be the end of trading for this week. The price has bounced off that area. We might be finding some ranges. Okay, let's look at the next pair, the American dollar against the Swiss franc. I think this was a good nail. We nailed it right there. The analysis was perfect. Price did not even move against us. It was a good trade taken at an optimal area of resistance. We're actually going to cash out some profit before the market close. Maybe we will look at that during the part-time live traders session. Let's just keep that trade running. We are getting a confirmation of that upper channel leg. This is a line I wouldn't also want to keep. It's a similar price behavior in the euro against the American dollar. Okay, now to the most of our nightmares, the New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. This is actually heading to that heavyweight, that level of resistance for a bounce. Okay, this is another area we should be placing a sell stop limit. If you are here, you can place let's place a sell stop limit here, if that is going to be triggered. Let's just do this New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. This is the weekly time frame. We are going to place a sell stop limit here just to make some profit, as price is going to respect that area a little bit. So we'll take out some profit and walk away. So we are going to place a sell limit order there. What's the value from the entry to the stop loss? About 84 pips. On lot size, okay, it's already installed. 84 pips. I have a recommendation here, 2.2 lot size, so I'm going to place a sell stop limit here. .2 lot size. It's a pending order, it's a sell limit order at price 0.9391 level, stop loss 0.9471 level. Okay, placing that order. In one of my aggressive trades, okay, it was hit at break even. Some of my accounts scored that as a loss. I'll give you the entry and stop loss again. The sell stop, sell limit order. Sell limit is at 0.9391. The stop loss is at 0.9471. okay, it has a value of about 84 pips. So I'm sure you have the lot size indicator. For those of you subscribers, all of you have the lot size indicator emailed to you for free, so you should use that. About 84 pips. So what are we looking to achieve here? We are waiting for price to just hit that level. I am sure we are going to have some resistance around that area, so we'll pick up some profits, just some pips, and walk away. Okay, nothing more. The sterling pound against the New Zealand dollar. This is a big pain, but you know, whenever you have a losing trade, that's when you tend to analyze the market the most. Okay, there is what is called over analysis of the chart, and that is what usually happens whenever you are losing in a particular trade. You tend to over analyze the chart, looking at the chart from all possible angles just to be safe from that trade. And that is what I am doing now with the sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar. I was almost taken out from this trade. In the daily time frame, I am now foreseeing this channel formation. That is what I am foreseeing. And the much hesitation at this particular area shows that this level is actually a level of support, because price is finding hard time pushing through. So I have taken the final decision to just let the stop loss be there. I am sure by tomorrow, hopefully, price is going to push in my direction within this bigger trap here in the let me look at this. Why are you so confident that NZD CAD will reverse when it hits the resistance? Why not wait for the candle to close first to test the resistance first, so to break up? Yeah, you are right. that's anonymous 6196, you are very correct, and not to trade ahead of price. I am sure you are aware that we are taking an aggressive approach here, a different strategy, just like we did for the American dollar against the Swiss franc. Okay, it's a different strategy, not based on our core trading strategy. Our core trading strategy will be looking for reversal candles here, inverted pin bars, railway tracks, spinning tops. I am sure you know all of that. Okay, but here we are looking for just little bounces to take out profits, and whenever this is coming from the longer time frames, any little movement in your direction usually gives you even plus 50 pips. Okay, plus 50 pips with that strategy. There are lots of homework to be done. Okay, reading the price, entire price action is very important before placing that order. We don't just place the order. It's a totally different strategy, and I am very confident that when price hits that level, we are likely to see some reaction. All right, so the sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar, price has been trading around that area of support. It is a full area of support there. Having had time, trade has been trapped for some time. Final decision taken. I don't know what's going to happen. Just keep that around. Now we have a new low. Now we have a new low. This is a new low right here. So it seems momentum is more to the downside. Well, let's see how long this line will stay. If price breaks above, then this new low does not have any meaning. So, but for now, more to the downside. And if this line here breaks, this one here, if it breaks, then we have the green light. The price is likely going to push to the upside. For now, it's a terrible chart. It's a murky one. You see, do not trade here, just avoid it. The euro against the sterling pound, I was talking about this morning, that anytime price comes around this area, you should be hitting your sell button. This pair is supposed to go down, but it is hesitating enough a lot. If it doesn't go down this week, then maybe next week. I expect price to push to the downside in the euro against the sterling pounds, but lots of hesitation there in the daily time frame. As you can see, as a price action trader, okay, as a price action trader, you try to read the type of price action around the swing. Have you seen any reversal that price has taken a final bounce to the upside? Well, I haven't seen that yet. What do I mean by a reversal for a final bounce? The individual candles themselves should tell you that. Now look at this. This is a rejection candle in form of a railway track that, hey, a bounce has happened. This one here is a pin bar that a bounce has happened. This one here again, another ugly pin bar there that a bounce has happened, but nothing here so far. That means the push to the downside is very imminent. A price is still very likely to go down. All right, so I am still holding this trade. Let's see how far this will stay there. Let me see how far it can even push, but I am hopeful that price will come down. The American dollar against the Japanese yen, sadly our entry wasn't triggered. Anonymous 6191, that was the strategy I was talking about. You can see how price respected that area. If we had taken all of these pips in our pockets, we would have made some monies and walk away. It is not a strategy that you keep running forever. If you cash out some profits, you quickly move your stop loss to break even. This is gone. It didn't trigger our entry. Okay, what next? It's difficult to draw levels of support and resistance. We have a counter trend line here that is being broken. Very ugly chart. Okay, we have this counter trend line that is being broken. Price is sitting below. It seems we have some more downside to go. Anyway, no entry there. New Zealand dollar against the Swiss franc. Remember we talked about the possibility of a flat bottom triangle. It seems that the flat line is this one here. Price didn't go up that much, so let's wait for the breakout. Wait for price to move away from this junction of the chart. We have analyzed this before. The sterling pounds against the Australian dollar. Also, we analyzed this yesterday. That the possibility of a range. And you can see how price has been swinging within that area. But more to the upside as well. The Australian dollar against the American dollar. We have this is a nice trend line. Okay, I like this one the most. That's because we have these bounces, more harmonic bounces around the same level. And the 3 SM indicator is calling for a downtrend. Let's see that in the 1 hour time frame. So let's apply the 3 SM indicator. Okay, Fibonacci retracement. All right, but the trend line is running out of the dynamic area of resistance in this case, which is not a good thing. It is not what we want to see. We always want to see the trend line running within the dynamic area of resistance. How about previous swing low? Previous swing low is quite difficult to find. Previous swing low. This is still the same low. Just avoid it. No 3 SMA setup. Should I return my line? Okay, it's a bit confusing. Just stay away from it. The Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. Now, this is another one where I would have loved to place my sell limit order around in there, but I already did in the NZD CAD. I've already placed in that one, and that's a better one. So I'm now going to place in this one. This is a key level of resistance. I am sure by tomorrow we are likely to see bounce of that level. So let's watch this for tomorrow. Remove this one. Okay. Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen. Nice push. All right, this is another one. Very nice one indeed to place a buy limit order here. Stop loss somewhere in there. It seems this is happening across the Canadian dollar crosses. We are already involved in the New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. This is another nice place to place the buy limit order. We are likely going to see some bounces from that point on. Let me keep this. Gone too far. Euro against Australian dollar. Really ugly chart. Nothing to trade. New Zealand dollar against the American dollar. Bouncing. Nothing to trade. Euro against the Japanese yen. Bouncing off support line, but no hint yet. Maybe during the part-time live market analysis we are going to find some valid setups. Just place this here. The euro against the New Zealand dollar. Same thing as the New Zealand sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar. You can see much hesitation there. Just give me okay, much hesitation there for this one as well. For the 1 hour time frame, it's already giving the warning, it's giving the hint that we are likely to push to the upside for the euro against the New Zealand dollar. So be very hesitant hitting on your sell button. American dollar against the Canadian dollar, respecting that area of resistance. Let's see how that candle closes. If this candle closes a pin bar by the end of today, we will be taking this trade. We will be placing a sell stop order. Let's wait for that. Euro against the Swiss franc, nothing. It's a bad chart. Looking to a push down, but avoid this type of market. The sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. Also approaching a heavy level of resistance. That's one there. Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc. It seems Swiss franc is taking the lead for today. Also likely going to see a potential bounce of that area. Canadian dollar is the biggest loser. Euro against the Canadian dollar. Okay, pushing up. This trend line, just another weak one. Well, let's keep it there. Alright, sterling pounds against the Swiss franc. We will not trade market flow here. Why won't we trade the market flow here? That's the question. Well, before you trade the market flow, depending on the type of setup, if you are trading breakout from congested area, intra-week trend, reversal move, continuation move, depending on the type of market flow setup that you are looking to trade. But here I think it's just a trend formation, and we actually need 2 down days before we start looking for that trading opportunity. So today is just the second down day, so let's wait for that to confirm itself. We should wait for price to take out this low, wait for the pullback. This is where we should be looking for our short. For today, let us have the confirmation of that downtrend. Take out this. Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar. Not in here. Sterling pounds against the American dollar. I think this is the one that I did analyze and share in the live chat window, where in the daily time frame I was actually looking at this. Let me take out this red line. I was looking at this possible channel formation, and price seems to be respecting that level. All right, so my view here was that if you take a sell against this, a sell on the sterling pounds against the American dollar, right here you were trading against this level that was holding price as support. So that was the my view. But anything can happen. We all have different strategies. We all look at the same charts and come out with different interpretation. These haven't gone far. It can as well just crash back down depending on the strength of your strategy. Okay. Just keep it as an area here. The sterling pound against the Japanese yen. Another messy chart. Just avoid this for now. The New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. Not looking good. If we get price breaking out, then any pullback, this would be a fantastic market flow setup. Let's wait for that. Nothing here. Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. Like we said in our first live session, we are going to be watching price to see what will happen here. Will it sustain that breakout? And it seems it's not being able to sustain. It is still too early. Let's see how that is going to close. Okay, so that's basically it. I've gone through all 28 major currency crosses, and I believe I have done justice to that. This is my biggest pain. Just wondering why I was trapped in that. Trade. When you make one mistake, everything just go wrong. All right, so that's it. There is no new valid trading opportunity that we can see here. I believe as time goes on, those trading opportunities will present themselves. All you need to do is to be patient and wait for the best. If price is moving in heavy momentum, don't feel you are left out. Just watch and make sure you are trading in line with the strategy that you are using. Thanks for watching. If you have questions or contributions, as usual, feel absolutely free to post them in the live chat window where we will discuss them. If you have any trade idea, please share with us. If we have our opinion about it, we will definitely let you know. So if you have any trade idea, feel free to share. If we see anything wrong with that, we will let you know, and it is left for you to either accept or reject it. Thanks again. We'll talk before the market close for today. Bye bye.